For a considerable period, Burkina Faso has held a prominent position among Africa's top gold-producing countries, with gold being its primary export product. However, President Ibrahim Traore acknowledged that the country had no control over its gold resources until his leadership commenced in 2022. President Ibrahim Traore, in addition to addressing the insecurity crisis, made it clear that one of his priorities was to assume control over the country's resources to ensure their benefits for the people. This is why he took a keen interest in Burkina Faso's gold mining industry, which had been largely controlled by foreign companies and exploited by jihadists. To establish control over the mining industry and take action regarding gold production, President Ibrahim Traore implemented a specific system. On February 21, 2024, Burkina Faso's newly appointed Mines Minister, Yakuba Zabre, announced the immediate suspension of gold and precious metal exports from artisanal mining. This suspension aimed to improve the organization of the mining sector and reflected the government's intention to enhance the regulation of gold and other valuable substances. The Mines Minister did not specify the duration of the suspension, but invited groups with exportable materials to contact the National Society for Precious Commodities Compensation. This decision by Burkina Faso's military government aligns with similar measures taken by other African countries like Zimbabwe and Namibia, which have imposed bans on the export of unprocessed minerals, including lithium. While the precise impact of this decision on Burkina Faso's economy remains uncertain, it is considered a favorable and crucial step towards assuming control over the gold mining industry. The significance of this decision can be understood by considering that gold constitutes Burkina Faso's primary export, accounting for 37% of total exports as of 2020. Moreover, mining serves as a major source of employment in the country. Artisanal gold production alone contributes to half of the industrially produced gold in Burkina Faso, employing around 1 million people. However, this situation has made it easier for terrorists and jihadists to seize control of numerous gold mines, which they exploit to fund terrorism within the country. In 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traore highlighted the alarming issue of gold leaving Burkina Faso through fraudulent means, which further contributed to fueling terrorism. The ongoing terrorism has resulted in the closure of 4 industrial mines and the abandonment of nearly 700 gold panning sites in the same year, leading to a decline in gold production. The suspension of gold exports aims to address 2 key objectives: cutting off a significant source of funding for terrorists and addressing challenges within the mining sector to enhance its contribution to the country's economic development. President Ibrahim Traore's decision to control the Burkina Faso mining sector through this suspension is a commendable move among several others he has made since assuming power. In January 2024, Burkina Faso achieved a notable milestone by opening its first mining waste processing facility for mining residues. This development signifies a significant advancement in managing mining byproducts and aims to create a value chain that generates opportunities within the extractive industry. The inauguration of the facility, located in the industrial zone east of the capital Ouagadougou, was attended by President Ibrahim Traore, who proudly highlighted that the machines were entirely constructed in Burkina Faso, emphasizing the nation's ingenuity. President Traore proudly stated that Burkina Faso is the second country in Africa to develop this technology, commending what he called the Burkinabe Revolution behind this technological achievement. President Ibrahim Traore emphasized that the opening of the factory is part of his regime's commitment to enabling the country to manage its resources. He extended an invitation to other African states to bring their mining waste to Burkina Faso, as the country possesses the technology to process it. According to Joachim Murray Emmanuel Tapsoba, the CEO of Golden Hand, the company operating the plant, the facility was developed by local experts to process residue from the country's gold mines. The establishment of the plant allows Burkina Faso to process the waste on site and maintain full control over it. Reliable sources indicate that the waste plant will be 40% owned by the state and 60% owned by the company Golden Hand South Africa. Regarding the waste plant, the Burkinabe Minister of Mines expressed satisfaction, stating that their country has made a clear decision to assert itself and fully embrace its sovereignty in all areas, with specific emphasis on the mining sector. Therefore, it has become an urgent necessity to explore domestic methods to recover metals from mining residues as much as possible. The implication of the mining waste plant is significant for the Burkina Faso industry. With this new facility, gold production is expected to receive a considerable boost because mining residues can contain valuable traces of gold. This means that gold production will increase substantially. President Ibrahim Traore also initiated the construction of Burkina Faso's gold refinery in November 2023. The refinery, with a daily production capacity of approximately 400 kilograms of gold, highlights the nation's commitment to optimizing its primary mineral resource. Ismail Sibi, the CEO of Marina Gold, the co-managing company of the refinery, stated that the first 22-carat gold bars would leave the refinery within 11 months. This development has the potential to create 100 direct jobs and 5,000 indirect jobs. During the refinery's launch, President Ibrahim Traore emphasized the significance of refining gold on site, stating that there is no longer a need to send gold abroad for refining. By refining it locally, the real content of the raw gold can be accurately determined, which is of utmost importance. The refinery, developed in partnership with local company Marina Gold, will house a jewelry store and serve as the future headquarters of the Société Nationale des Substances Precieuses, overseeing the project on behalf of the state. Following the refinery's launch, Seaman Pierre Bazim, who had been the Minister of Mines, was replaced by Yakuba Zabre in December. This change in leadership occurred at a time when the country aimed to improve gold production after experiencing a 14% decline in 2022. Furthermore, the government introduced a new gold sales royalty in October 2023 for gold prices exceeding $1,500 per ounce. This represents a direct departure from the previous flat 5% royalty that was applied for gold prices ranging between $1,300 and $1,500 per ounce. The government's decision to align the country's royalty system with that of neighboring gold mining jurisdictions signifies its commitment to maintaining competitiveness in the industry. At present, a 6% levy will be imposed on gold traded between $1,500 per ounce and $1,700 per ounce. This rate will gradually increase to 6.5% and 7% respectively as the gold price trades between $1,700 per ounce and $2,000 per ounce. If the gold price exceeds $2,000 per ounce, the levy percentage will jump to 7%. These changes reflect Captain Ibrahim Traore's commitment to transforming and nationalizing Burkina Faso's mining sector. Captain Ibrahim Traore's dedication to this cause is not surprising, considering his long-standing passion for African countries to take control of their abundant resources. During his speech at the Russia-Africa Summit, he distinguished himself from other African leaders by expressing his deep concern about Africa's persistent poverty despite its wealth of resources. Captain Traore concluded that Western countries, in collaboration with weak African leaders, have contributed to Africa's current state. It was from this realization that he made a promise to approach things differently. Judging by his actions, he has remained true to that pledge. His bold steps to counter the Western influence on Burkina Faso's resources and create better opportunities for its citizens will undoubtedly propel the country toward greater heights. Undeniably, Captain Ibrahim Traore has transformed Burkina Faso's gold mining industry, and in the coming years, the citizens will begin to reap the benefits of his visionary plans.